This video is just turning into pure chaos. Oh, shit! I just slipped down the stairs. Oh, I'm going back inside. I'm scared. Hey, witch. Welcome back to my channel. As you can see, I'm sitting out in the snow because I'm an idiot. And I hope you can hear me because it's really windy. However, today I am taking a look at some more magical herbs. I really hope you can hear me. I just watched my Magic of Flowers video the other night and I was like, wow, this is really cringy. I should redo one and make it a lot better, more eloquent. Okay, yeah, no, I can't do this. This is too cold. And it's getting my book wet. Oh, but it's so pretty. Let's try going from the porch. Stand by, queen. Oh, it's even colder up here. This video is just turning into pure chaos. Oh, shit! I just slipped down the stairs. Oh, I'm going back inside. I'm scared. Oh, that was the scariest moment of my entire YouTube career. I haven't even gotten monetized yet. I'm about to die on my channel. Okay. I'm running away from nature because it's scary. Okay, so now that you have witnessed the most chaotic intro that I've ever filmed, let's get into the herbs. I wanted to focus on herbs that are commonly found. You can probably find them in your kitchen. If not, a metaphysical store or a grocery store will probably have most of these, or even like Target or Walmart. So, oh, I'm out of breath from falling down those stairs, girl. The first herb we're going to talk about is cinnamon. Cinnamon is obviously something that you can find literally anywhere. I classified each of these herbs by like a certain like keyword, and for cinnamon I chose ignite. Cinnamon is ruled by a lot of people say different planets. I personally relate it to the sun because of its fiery, passionate, warm, cozy, snuggly energy. But some people classify it as a Mars herb because it is a stimulant, and then others classify it as a Uranus herb because of its like mental strengthening powers. Use your intuition. It can honestly be used for a like sun energy, Mars energy, Uranus energy, Mercury energy, whatever you feel is appropriate in the moment for your spell and the spell that you're working on. That was redundant. So it's really good to like speed up the process of a spell that you're working on because of its like stimulating properties. It's also very stimulating in multiple ways. You can use it for a lot of different types of spells, like money spells. It can stimulate money coming into your life. It can also stimulate you in other areas, if you know what I'm saying. If you're doing like a passion or a love spell. It's also good for lust, for healing, for like literally everything. It's a really good herb to have on hand for just about anything. It's also a fire herb, so it's really great for purification. If you're trying to like burn out something from your life, cinnamon is a great option to use because cinnamon oil is known to burn the skin. So keep that in mind too. And nothing says purifying a space like burning it to the ground. So, you know. It's a really good incense to burn before you start reading your tarot cards because it can kind of like bring you back to center, help you concentrate and focus on your reading. And then it also has those like mental power stimulating things. It is also linked to the deity Aphrodite. I did try to find like a correlating deity for each of these herbs. Not all of them are very easy to research, but anyway, it's also related to the zodiac sign Leo due to its like fiery, passionate energy. In a medicinal sense, cinnamon is great for settling the stomach. It's also really good for reducing vomiting. But I mean, that's what we have Pepto-Bismol for. I don't know if I would necessarily like chomp on a cinnamon stick to stop vomiting. You know, that doesn't sound very pleasant. The next herb I wanted to talk about is one of my absolute favorites, juniper. This is what I personally use to cleanse my space in replacement of sage, like traditional white sage. The key word that I use for this is actually two: purify and protect. My nose is running because I was just outside in the cold. Juniper makes an excellent incense for clearing spaces, for promoting good energy. It's like out with the old, in with the new. It just demolishes negative energies in a space and it allows good energy and good spirits to come in and inhabit the space that is no longer full of stank doo-doo. It's associated with the element of fire. Again, a lot of these herbs are fire herbs because I'm a fire sign and I just love fire energy, you know, fire. It's related to the planet. It's not really a planet, but the sun. And also it's been linked to the energy of Mars. Mars because it's just like a demolisher. Like when you light it, it just demolishes negative energy, which is great. But I like to think of it as the sun energy because the sun is also cleansing and like just has more positive energy than maybe Mars would. It's related to the sign of Aries, again, Demolisher. I could not find a good deity to link to Juniper, so that's blank in my notes. Juniper is also great for using in good health spells, which we all need right now. It's known to purify the air. Also, a disclaimer, I don't recommend doing this if you're struggling with like health. Like I don't recommend relying solely on this. But when mixed with rosemary and burned as an incense, it's really good to obliterate like sickness in the air. I don't recommend using that by itself to try to get over a sickness, but it's definitely a good little energy boost. Speaking of rosemary, the next herb, why was that so hard for me to think of? The next herb on the list is rosemary. Rosemary, another fire herb, another Leo herb, another herb ruled by the sun. This keyword is remember because it's a great memory enhancing herb. It's also related to the deity Athena, goddess warrior. Rosemary is commonly used to drive away negativity and evil spirits. It's a really great protective herb. It's traditionally used in like funeral. What is wrong with me today? It is traditionally used in like funeral ceremonies to like as you're lowering the casket into the ground, throwing fresh rosemary to protect the person you're burying in the afterlife from evil forces, and just help promote positive transition from this life to the next. If you suffer from nightmares, try placing some rosemary under your bed or in like a little dream pillow and then putting that like next to your pillow or in your pillowcase, and that is said to drive away bad dreams because it just obliterates those evil energies. It is also a great incense to burn before doing any spell work because again it just obliterates the negative energy in the room. It creates like a safe space for you to practice your spellcraft. And it'll protect you while you're doing your spell work. I also, if you're a kitchen witch and like to do things in the kitchen, I love making rosemary bread. Rosemary bread is the tastiest treat you will ever eat in your entire life, and that is really good for like good health spells, as well as like just general positivity. So, the next herb is not a fire herb, yay! The next herb is mint, and the keyword I chose for mint was succeed, because it's really great in prosperity spells and just to boost energy, mental clarity, all that kind of stuff. It is the element of air. It is related to the deity Hades or Pluto, but it is related to the planet Mercury for me personally. There's always going to be kind of like debate on whether an herb is this or that. It's just how it is. There's no concrete proof that it's this or that. So there is also people who believe that it is related to the planet Venus, which believe what you want, okay? I'm not trying to tell you that you're wrong. I'm not trying to say that I'm right. Just use your intuition and do what feels best. So I personally relate this herb to the sign of Gemini. So again, these can be used in prosperity spells, success, money, mental clarity. A really good easy prosperity spell is to put like a little mint leaf in your wallet and then just carry it with you, and that is supposed to bring in your success and prosperity. Medicinally, peppermint is great for relieving headaches. When you dilute like a peppermint oil, I cannot talk today, and put it on your temples and just massage your temples with that nice mint smell, it's said to relieve headaches. I have personal success with that. I used to work in a department store next to Origins, and they had like a little peppermint headache reliever thing that I used every single day because that store drove me crazy. And it definitely brought me a little peace in my day, so try that. Maybe not necessarily from Origins, but like peppermint oil, you know, just dilute it first. It's also really good as a tea to relieve upset stomach. So if you're feeling a little gut bubbly, drink some peppermint tea. The next the next herb, I'm so sorry. The next herb I want to talk about is black pepper. I love black pepper. I put it in everything. I mean, everybody does. It's pepper. It's on every table ever, I feel like. Another element of fire herb, another Aries herb. It's related to the planet Mars. It's just such a good warrior herb, in my opinion. Um, in my notes, I have the deity written down as Roten. Roten! I have the black pepper deity written as Pepperan. God bless Pepperan. Anyway, so this herb, black pepper, is really good for repelling negativity. So it's very explosive. So use it with caution. Obviously, when you think of black pepper, what do you immediately think of? For me, I think of like in the cartoons, when you take a sniff of black pepper, just immediately like violent sneezes. And that's exactly what I envision it envision using it for spell work also. Was that even an English sentence? I don't even know, but we're gonna go with it. Black pepper is just explosive. It's really good for clearing out negativity. It just repels everything. So I don't recommend using black pepper in like a prosperity spell because it's going to blow away all of your prosperity workings. So I would use it more for cleansing, repelling negativity, banishing, protective circle, just that kind of stuff. When mixed with salt, it's the perfect cleanser. Salt and pepper. It's been traditionally used for how many centuries together? It's just like the perfect duo to cleanse. So inner cleansing, outer cleansing, all that stuff. But it's really good for your body to help digest and absorb nutrients. So it can also be used for like good health too. The next herb is another one of my favorites. It is the stinging nettle. Of course, another fire herb, another Aries herb, another herb related to the planet Mars. I call nettle the self-care plant, honestly, because it's just really good for protection. It's good for healing. It's full of nutrients and vitamins, and it's just so good for you. When prepared correctly, you obviously do not want to touch a stinging nettle plant that's growing in the wild with your bare phalanges because that's a mistake. Apparently, according to Scott Cunningham, this plant is related to the deity Thor. I don't really work with deities like that, so I don't really know a lot about deities, so don't come for me. I'm not an expert. I'm talking about plants today, not deities. Okay? Okay. So, stinging nettle is really good for using in protection spells because nothing says don't touch me like a stinging nettle. Don't touch it. Just don't touch it. It's also said to be great for stopping bleeding, but if I have like an open wound, I'm not gonna stop what I'm doing to forage for some stinging nettles. I'm just gonna use a band-aid, you know? It's great to use as a health tonic because again, it's full of vitamins and minerals. When boiled down into a tea, obviously you don't want to eat fresh stinging nettles again because it's gonna be bad. So boil them. When you boil them, the stinging fibers will like dissipate and you don't have to worry about it anymore. It's also great to use in return to sender spells. So if somebody is throwing some bad juju your way, just use some stinging nettles in your spell work and that will help amplify the get away from me energy. You know what I mean? So last but not least, we have catnip. I chose catnip because it can be found at any store, like grocery stores. It can be found at Target, Walmart, wherever you're looking for it. This is a water plant. I couldn't determine whether it's like a Leo or a Libra plant. Leo because of its association with cats, obviously, Leo, the lion, hello. Or Libra because it has to do with like beauty and that kind of stuff. But it is related to the planet Venus, so that could also link it to the sign of Libra. The deities that are associated with it are the Egyptian deities of Bast and Sekhmet. Don't at me if I pronounce that wrong. It's really great to use in cat magic, obviously, because cats are freaking in love with it. Get your cat stoned. Really great for attraction and love spells. when you open the bag of catnip, the cat will immediately run up to you, so that just like goes to show you how well it works in attraction magic. It can also be used in prosperity magic because of its attractive qualities, help draw money towards you, attract it into your life, you know? It is also calming and stimulating at the same time, so it's really good for lust magic and love magic because it helps raise the temperature of your body while also calming your mind. So if you know what I mean, it gets you in the mood to be a little spicy. But that is about all that I have for today. Those were 7 common herbs that you can use in your magic practice. If you like herb videos, I would love to do more. Maybe I'll do some more like complex herbs, herbs that aren't as common, some that you might have to special order online. I don't know. Let me know what kind. I also would love to do like a full like kitchen herb video. I'm actually planning a collab with someone super special. Hashtag McCormick Coven. But yeah, until next time, I will spell you later.